right, real estate family, if you're a real estate agent or if you're owning a real estate company and you're looking for more ways to get better quality leads, or let me rather say better quality sellers, but utilizing AI because you want to step into technology, listen very closely. So I've personally worked with over 500 plus agents and agencies, helping them close over 2,000 deals utilizing AI and digital marketing. So let's jump straight into the video. Now, when it comes to utilizing AI to help you get listings, I can tell you right now, guys, it is not rocket science, but it also would require you to have an open mind. Okay, so let's start off with the first 3 things that you need to be focusing on, and then I'll break each one down for you guys to really start utilizing AI and getting yourself to the next level. But before that, if you want to get access to my free course, I actually break this down in full detail. Everything is in the link in the description. If you're also looking for the results that we've provided, all of my socials are there and you can go see the agents that we've worked with. Cool. So there's 3 things you need to focus on if you want to get more listings utilizing AI. Number 1, you need to have a system from an AI perspective that's going to help you attract leads. Then number 2, you need a system from an AI perspective that's going to help you engage and qualify those leads. And then lastly, you need a system from an AI perspective that's going to help you book those appointments all on autopilot. Why is this important? Because now, guys, we are now living in an age of automation. Gone are the days where you have to do manual work, manual labor. I still know real estate agents that utilize journals to actually write down their leads and, having their own mini CRM system when there's so many digital tools that you can utilize. Now, I'm not saying you need to stop all of that, but we are now living in an age where technology has made our life a lot simpler and easier. So listen very closely, because once you understand this could really change everything for you. So number 1, when it comes to attracting leads, this is what's very important. The beauty around AI is that if you had to, for example, this happened to me actually recently. So I've recently moved out and I was actually researching for movers. And as I was researching for it online on Google, guess what? Whenever I went on Meta, whenever I went on Facebook, on Instagram, I started seeing more ads of movers. So was that by coincidence? No. That is all AI. Now, why is this important? Because the very same sellers, before they start to sell their house, what do they start to do? They start to do research. They want to find out more information. They want to research about the market and, which homes have been sold recently, etc., etc. So as they're doing their research, the AI algorithm, okay, whether this is on Google, okay, or wherever search browsing platform that they're utilizing, okay, it's actually tracking their activity. Now, why is this important? Because now whenever they go on Meta, whenever they go on Facebook or Instagram, my clients, for example, their ads will pop up on the seller's phone. And in the seller's mind, it's like, damn, how did they know that I was ready to sell? How did they know that I'm actually looking or planning to sell? Now, that is one of the fastest and the easiest ways for you to start attracting leads. Why is this so important? Because now you no longer have to go and chase. Gone are the days where now you have to keep chasing leads. If you had to go and research, people don't like being cold anymore. People want genuine connections. They want to engage with people that they know, like, and trust. So when you're attracting the leads, when people come to you, it just makes a lot more sense and it's more easier. And think about all the referrals that you get, okay? How many of them actually turn into good deals and good quality relationships because they came from a trusted source? And that is ultimately the key when it comes to attracting the leads. Now, attracting leads, if I had to really break it down a little bit further, it's not as simple as just slapping on an ad. You need a really good offer. Now, the offer that we typically like to do is a free CMA report, evaluation to then actually see what changes has the value in the house made, for example, over the couple of years. Now, I've seen that work really well because you want to look at it as a coffee date. Many real estate agents are so aggressive, they just want to jump straight into bed with their clients. But that doesn't happen in real life. You don't just see someone you're attracted to and ask for their hand in marriage. You first go on a date with them. Coffee date, right? See if you guys have similarities. Is there a connection? Then you start to go on actual dates. And then after the date, then you get into relationship, then engagement, and then marriage. The same process when it comes to business. You cannot skip these steps. And I think in most agents' minds, they're just thinking, hey, let me just jump into bed. Yes, there are those people who are easy, but not everyone is like that. And if you really want to build a good business, especially a reputable business, you have to start building those connections. And the fastest way to do that is by start having more coffee dates with your leads, which is just basically offering them something of value and then engaging with them and seeing exactly where they're at. Now, another important part before I move over to the next step is you need to have really good creatives. And I really need to tap into the marketing side of this, because if you're a real estate agent, you are a business person. There's no, oh, I'm just a real estate agent. No, you have to understand things like sales and marketing. You have to understand how to tap into the mind of your prospects, because if you don't know how to do that, you're always going to struggle. I see far too many real estate agents just post flyers of their faces. And let me tell you something, guys, the market doesn't care about you. The market is selfish. They care about their problems. They care about themselves. So if you're going to put yourself, what are you doing? You're putting yourself when it should actually be focusing on your market. So when it comes to the images of your ads, you need to make sure that you are resonating with what they're looking for, because if you don't do that, then you're going to be in trouble. So with our agency, we actually have about 20 or 30 top winning ads that we've been testing over time that just work like clockwork. So it's very important to find those right images, and then you're good to go. The next thing is after the attraction is the qualifying and the engaging side. Now, why is this important? Guys, as I've mentioned, you need to have engagements with your leads. You need to see exactly where they're at. So where AI comes into play is that now that they've seen your ad, okay, what is the next step? The next step, ultimately, once they click on your ad, is they would love to engage with you, right? They want to inquire. So back in the day, what we used to do is that we would just run ads and then send the leads over to the agent. But then, of course, that doesn't work anymore. Why? Because number one, you're busy. You have a lot of things that you need to do, and now you need to go call those leads. And sometimes what happens, those leads end up forgetting you. We're now living in a fast-paced society where people literally forget who you are after the next 5 to 10 minutes because we're so inundated with so much content. So I remember I was looking at some research, and they had stipulated that 80% of customers expect to be contacted within the first 5 minutes of them inquiring with the business. But here's the kicker, okay? Most businesses only reach out to those leads after 1 hour. So can you see there's a massive disconnect here? So what we have noticed, and where AI comes into play, is that you can utilize it in 2 ways, okay? You can either use a software that can automatically send them a WhatsApp message, which is what we do within our business. Or you can also use AI callers, where those AI callers will immediately be connected to your ads on Meta, and the integration is easy. And then afterwards, as soon as that newly provides the information, the AI caller will then give them a call, have a very nice conversation, friendly conversation with that lead immediately, get an idea in terms of where are they in the sales process, and then proceed to book an automatic appointment. So there's obviously different levels to this. And I would say take a look at Privia, take a look at Synthflow if you want to use AI callers. And then you can also utilize things like landing pages that will automatically just get their information and then get them to book an automatic appointment. We focus on all three, but I would say look into one of the three and then see which one works best for you. Then lastly, which is essentially booking automatic appointments, or the appointment booking process. So here's the thing, guys, you want to leave a lasting impression, because if you don't, then they're not going to remember you. Think about this. There's so many agents out there who are all saying the same thing, pitching the same product, and always trying to stand out, but they're all looking the same. So if you just going to run an ad and assume that's going to work for you, it doesn't work that way anymore, guys. You have to stand out. So what we typically would do is that once the lead fills out the information on the landing page, then there's a mini video that they would watch, which is essentially you introducing yourself, the company that you represent, what makes you different, and what they can expect next. Now, I've seen that hands down has just played a massive role in terms of building instant trust. Guys, we're now living in a trust recession. Trust is at an all-time low. So if you just think that being an agent is enough, it's not enough. You have to build that trust. And that video alone really makes a massive difference. Now, you can utilize the video if you are not using AI agents. But if you're utilizing AI callers, AI agents, those agents will ultimately build that relationship and that trust, because then you can provide a prompt to make sure and ensure that conversation is smooth, it's easygoing, and then providing them with the next steps so that your brand looks reputable and you look like you let me rather put it this way, your business or you as an agent, you look very professional and as an expert, because who wants to work with an amateur? Nobody. We all want to work with professionals, whether it's a surgeon, a doctor, anywhere, in any profession, you want to work with a professional, with an expert. And the same thing applies in real estate. People want to work with experts. And if you don't showcase that you're an expert, you're going to lose at this game. So in a nutshell, if you're utilizing landing pages, you want to make sure that the thank you page has that video to then get them to engage to see your video. If you're utilizing AI callers, get them to then book an automatic appointment. And then what I would also suggest is integrating WhatsApp in as well, so that it can either provide a summary report of a conversation or just to kick off the conversation from there. So there are many tools to also utilize WhatsApp and AI into your conversations, especially if you're not going to utilize, for example, AI callers. So what we essentially do within the business is that we utilize conversational AI with WhatsApp, so that as soon as that lead provides the information on the landing page, they see the video. Once they see the video, they book in the appointment. As soon as that appointment is booked, boom, they get an instant WhatsApp message to then kick off the conversation. Now, you can utilize AI callers, but I would highly suggest that if you've got a budget, then go and use AI callers. If you want to be a little bit cheaper, then I would say utilize landing pages and then conversational AI utilizing WhatsApp, so that the AI can have conversations with them. Now, this isn't just some random bot that just sends like one broadcast message. No, what you can do is that you can train this bot, you can prompt it the right prompts so that it can have quality conversations with your sellers, where the seller actually feels like they're either engaging with you or a representative of your company. And what that bot is essentially trained to do is that it is trained to, one, sound friendly, build a conversation, but ultimately have one direction, which is then getting them to book an appointment, but then also researching and getting an idea in terms of where they are in the sales process. So guys, those are literally the easy steps that you can utilize if you want to grow and get yourself to the next level. I would highly suggest look at Privia, look at conversational AI for WhatsApp, look at SynthFlow, and then also ensure that you want to look at either Google Ads, Meta, or even TikTok to then utilize their AI algorithm that will pick up on the interest of your sellers to then see where they are in terms of researching, so that whenever they are ready, boom, your ad pops up on their screen and then you're ready to go. Anyways, guys, we've got a lot of value in that. Feel free to subscribe. Go check out my results on my socials. So you can go follow me, king.listing on Instagram, Wandile Mr. W on Facebook. And then, check me out on YouTube, guys. I've got a free course that teaches you all about all of this in the link in the description. And then, hey, if you're looking for help and if you're looking for assistance, maybe you want to build out your own AI system without you having to do all the hard, dirty work, my calendar will be linked down below. Let's have a conversation and let me see how I can help you. I'll see you guys in the next one.